The province of Padua is a province in the Veneto region of Italy. Its capital is the city of Padua. Geography. It has an area of 2,142 square kilometers, and a total population of 940,090, making it the most populated province of Veneto. There are 104 comuni in the province. The territory is usually divided in the capital city, Padua, and its hinterland, formed by the nearby municipalities, the Alta Pianura, north of the city, the Bassa Pianura, south of the city, including the Saccisca in the southeast, and the Colle Ugane southwest of the city. The Ugane Hills are the only heights of the entire province, the other parts being totally plain. History. The borders of the province are almost the same from the medieval commune, with just some adjustment in the northeast. The territory was administered within these boundaries since the time of the Republic of Venice, but the modern province comes directly from the administrative divisions of Kingdom of Lombardy-Venetia. The Diocese of Padua covers the most part of the province, out of the main part of Alta Pianura. Instead, it includes areas from the surrounding provinces. Main sites. The province of Padua is rich in touristic sites. Padua is home of some masterpieces from medieval and Renaissance art and architecture, while the towns of Cittadella and Montagnana are famous for the well-preserved medieval city walls. There are many ancient and beautiful villas in the countryside, a few of them from Palladio, the main ones being Villa Contarini and Villa Barbarigo. The Ugane Hills offer a relaxing naturalistic site, often covered in woods, while at their eastern slopes there are many ancient spa sites. The term Ugane, as of Bano term, Montegrato term, Galzignano term, Battaglia term. There is a small part of the Venetian lagoon lying inside the province, the Vale Millicampi, and also the river landscapes of the countryside include naturalistic routes, even for cycling, horse riding. Traveling by boat is possible as well. Climate. The most part of the province has a temperate subcontinental climate for the Köppen climate classification CFA. Only part of the Colle Ugane have a milder climate, because the southern slopes are above the thermal inversion line by winter, and exposed to the sun all the year, which allows them to cultivate small olive trees. The winter is usually moderately cold in the province, avoiding both warm and cold extremes. Frost is very common at plain, with about 60 to 70 frost days a year, and temperatures usually do not get lower than -8, -12 degrees Celsius in the plains during the year, but the all-time record for Padua is -19.2 degrees Celsius by January 1985. The lower plain is slightly colder than the higher plain. Snowfalls are highly variable from year to year, and one could see winters with almost no snows, years with frequent snowfalls. Fog is a common phenomenon, even lasting all the day long, above all in the lower plain. Summers are moderately hot and wet, warmer and less rainy in the lower plain, while the higher plain is often hit by thunderstorms. Padua has a record of +39.8 degrees Celsius by August 2003, and usually gets above +36 degrees Celsius in a year. Spring and autumn are changeable seasons, which may experience wintry or sultry weather. Heavy rainfalls are pleasant sunny days. The period between April and June is usually the wettest one in a year. Extreme events may sometime hit the province. Flooding is a well-known phenomenon since ancient times, so that all the rivers and channels which cross the plain are embanked, and many channels were dug to avoid frequent flooding. The worst recent events were on the 4th of November 1966 and on the 2nd of November 2010. Snowstorms, with some inch of fresh snow and strong bore gusts, may happen during a normal winter, but rarely can be considered like a blizzard, and usually they do not last more than 1 to 2 days and with no more than 6 to 10 inches of snow. Anyway, a really exceptional event happened during the winter of 1608, a snowfall that lasted for 40 consecutive days, from late January to early March, with the snow depth at ground reaching at least 6 to 7 feet as witnessed by Galileo. A similar event never repeated. Really, between May and September, tornadoes may hit the area as well. The most famous were the one of the 17th of August 1756, bringing heavy damages to Padua, and the one of the 11th of September 1970, starting from Colli Ugine and passing through Paduan metropolitan area to end over Venice, an F2 on the Fujita scale. Hailstorms are possible as well by summer, the worst recent event having been on the 28th of August 2003. Economy. The province has a thriving economy in the metropolitan area and the Alta Pianura, due to the presence of numerous enterprises of every kind, mainly industrial ones, but also from tertiary and primary economical sectors. These areas are also densely populated. The Bassa Pianura is instead a mainly rural area, thus being poorer and less populated. Tourism is developed above all in the spa towns, while both in Padua and in the other parts of the province it may be considered underdeveloped. Aside from the arrival of large numbers of pilgrims in Padua, transportation. 2 motorways cross the territory, one being the A4, the other being the A13. Padua has also an highway ring surrounding the city and connecting it to its hinterland. The main railways make almost the same paths as the motorways going to Venice, Milan or Bologna, but there are minor railways going north, northwest, southwest and southeast. The main roads follow all those paths. Sport. Several sports are practiced in the province of Padua. The most popular is football. Every village as well as every city parish has its own little team, out of the most important ones playing in the Italian professional or amateur championships, and futsal is widespread too. Rugby union and volleyball are popular sports too. There are several teams also for basketball and field hockey, water polo. American football and baseball are played too. Among individual sports, cycling, athletics, swimming, rowing, tennis, fencing, golf and horseback riding are often practiced, as well as martial arts. Major club teams of the province include football, Calcio Padova, now playing Lega Pro 1-1, Coppa Italia, Serie C, AS Cittadella, Serie B, AC. Serie D, Luperense San Paolo FC, Serie D, Monsalais Calcio 1926, Eccellenza Veneto, played up to Serie C, Unione Sportiva Luperense, Promozione, played up to Serie C, AS Petrarca Calcio, Seconda Categoria, played up to Prima Divisione, Zenski Padova, Serie B, Women's Football, no more existing, Gamma 3 Padova won 2 times the championship and won the Coppa Italia. Futsal, Luperense Calcio A5, Serie A1, won 3 times the championship, 2 to the Coppa Italia and 3 Supercoppa. Petrarca Calcio A5, Serie B. Rugby Union, Petrarca Rugby, National Championship of Excellence, won 12 times the championship and 2 times the Coppa Italia. Roccia Rugby, Serie A, CUS Padova Rugby, Serie B, Valsugana Rugby, Men's Rugby Serie C, Women's Rugby Serie A, Ercole Monsalais, Serie C, no more existing, Fiumara Padova, won 5 times the championship and 4 times the Coppa Italia. Volleyball, Pallavolo Padova, Serie A1, 1-1 CEV Cup, Silvoli Trebaslighe, Serie B1, Megius Volley Club Padova, Women's Volleyball Serie C, Water Polo, Plebiscito Padova, Men's Serie A2, Women's Serie A1, Field Hockey. CUS Padova Hockey, Men's Serie A1, Women's Serie A2. Basketball, Gattamelata Albania Sagard, Serie B Dilettanti. American football. Saints Padova, Campionato A2 LENAF. Baseball, Padova Baseball, Serie A Federal. Main municipalities. The main comune by population are